Okay, welcome to a Honey Gems podcast.
Watch out now.
Come on now. It's good to be back, Pastor. Good to be back
Mm-hmm.
on set, man. Sitting down and going over some of the things that's been going actually with my life
Right.
and regrouping and rethinking things. But I think one of the things too that came out of Pastor was relationships.
Yeah.
I was able to get a good look at, what kind of relationships was going on
Right.
in
right.
my life, at a time when you're down and, and you're trying to figure things out. You was able to always come in with a word of encouragement, some direction and some encouragement. I'm talking about, man, Pastor, I did keeping it 100. I told my wife, I said, I'm finna call the pastor so I can laugh.
Get a word of encouragement. Yeah.
Or for real, because I know you gonna cheer me up in some kind of way. You gonna say something, man, and it's gonna be right on. And I would and I do. As far as the relationship that we have, business and personal,
Right.
how I cherish it. I and you can get mad at me if you want, but I do because I know the level where we at.
Right.
I know how you move and groove, and I need some of this here. And when you in a good relationship, it's given freely. Yeah.
And one of the things I think, Rob, one is that we're glad to have you back, man.
Yeah.
On the set, and there's some things that I noticed that even in when the attack came and then when the sickness came, I would imagine, because I'm looking, is that I felt I'm gonna come back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come back tomorrow because I'm young. We used to getting shot 10 times and jumping up and spit the bullets out and keep going. But the older you get, your recovery time, my recovery time, Rob, is not what it used to be. And I think that, and I want to get into,
and that's frustrating.
It's frustrating,
but that's frustrating, Pat.
But it's truthful. I remember when I would have knee surgery, my first knee surgery I had, and I'm like, okay, I bounced back and I compensated and I came back and I never did all the therapy and did what they did with my quad and building it up, and it showed up. It showed back up. So, and then we'll say stuff like, oh, that surgery didn't work. Well, you didn't. If you follow all the instructions, then it should. You don't know if it worked or not.
Yeah.
But because you didn't even do none of the therapy, you didn't build your quad back up because what you think that's going to be affected, it looks at something else. Like I thought that my knee, you can't strengthen a knee.
Right.
They don't have a machine to strengthen your actual knee,
Right.
but they have things that can strengthen around it, make it healthy.
Yeah.
So I just really been in the same process, man. When you was talking about being weak and trying to deal with stuff and having to decide, because when I'm strong and I'm a bull, I can deal with some things.
Yeah.
But I can run from the line all day and I can run at the line. But the thing that really amazes me is that when we get to a certain point older, it's not just sometimes it's two categories. I don't want to do it no more. Two is that I can't do it no more. So even like we had to deal with certain things that one we should have dealt with, but now I ain't feeling good.
Right.
It ain't that I don't want to talk about it. I know it's gonna take some energy for me.
Take some energy.
Me and you to have that conversation.
Yeah.
So two is that I noticed that there are people that's in your life, in our life, that it takes energy.
Energy pass.
Just that, and you didn't know how much energy was taken. Until you didn't have that much energy.
Come on,
and you want to put it in the right place. It's ration.
It's ration.
Man, look at, and I ain't get the, and some things I dealt with
For real.
when I was young. I would say when I was young, I did childish things. I played with childish things. I mean, I had a lot of energy.
Yeah.
But when I got older, man, really, I think that I'm counting my steps. I'm counting I'm even counting my words.
Yeah.
Because I want my words to to way more. I want to say less and get more out of my words. So even in this situation where we're at, I never knew. That's one thing I like about the Big Six, Rob, is that we'll have like it keep growing and growing, but that's getting bigger and bigger and deeper and deeper.
Right,
So,
deeper and deeper.
So I know we've had some in the last 2 or 3 weeks had some really serious conversation and ironing some things out. And what I learned, I said, and I was convicted. One, I was convicted as what I had seen. Now, beginning of the year, our whole thing in the ministry undergirds mean I want to be bigger, better, and bolder by faith. That slogan, I've used that. Come from McDonald's, big and better and bolder, but I kept it. It was years ago, and I said big and better and bolder. Try to get away from it.
Right.
But bigger, better, and bolder.
That's what's happening.
Everything I do, I want to be bigger, better, and bolder. And stand taller.
Yes.
So this year, I asked God in 2023, I said, I want to be HD. And people looked at me in the church, HD. You know, I said, man, I want to see the kingdom, the situations, stuff in front of me. I want to see it clear.
Yeah.
I want to see it. I want to see it clear. I want it to be clear because what we see now today on TV and how we see 10 years from now, it'll be antiquated.
I'm talking about, man.
Flow models. Flow models.
It'll be flow models. Come on now.
So how you see now.
I won't, man.
How you move now. Yeah, how you move now. You're a tech guy. How I move, man. I can't move in UHF.
Right. No.
I can't be talking about CDs and you know, I got to be talking about another language. So when we move in our relationships and see God, and he begin to magnify. Be careful, Jasper. I begin to see stuff, and it's like, wow. Like I've been talking to a couple of my friends, and this is I want to say this is a safe place.
Yeah.
This is a safe place.
Yeah,
when I say a safe place, I mean that this is not one person or just them. It's me.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit over here in this interview. Right? I'm gonna watch. This interview is for me. I'm gonna watch this podcast. So really, I sit down and I said, man, this is my friend.
Yes.
Right. And we move. We don't take our friendship. Hold up, let me say it. I take my friendship seriously.
Yeah.
I say that. But what does that mean? Do I put things in place to protect it? We don't. We're haphazardly. You're my friend. I assume you can wait. I assume you understand. I assume so much. And then when I step outside the box, because see what happened is I assume. We do certain things to each other, Rob, but I trust you and you trust me. Yeah. I trust, man, no matter what happens, we're going to figure it out.
We're going to figure it out.
But when you walk, but the bad part about it, and this is I want to get down to, if I could ball the pot fast, I be getting beat, Rob, outside our relationship because I'm running like I'm inside with you. I trust folks I shouldn't trust. I let stuff go I shouldn't let go. Man, you're going to figure it out. I believe I know we're going to figure it out because you'll take the short end before you the relationship. I mean, but some folks don't care about no relationship.
Hey, Pat, and that's the thing.
Talk to me, man.
Part of the relationship is taking the short end sometimes. But sometimes it ain't.
But hold up, Rob. Let's back up. Now you're going down the rabbit hole. Sometimes I think we do stuff, and at a certain point, even as a friend, I get tired of taking the short end. True. You get tired. I'm gonna be transparent.
That's true.
So that's why you see we ain't friends no more.
That's true.
Why we ain't friends no more?
That's true.
We didn't break up. We didn't end our relationship because things was great.
Right.
It kept getting so good.
Yeah.
You normally in a relationship because there's a disagreement, something happened, I feel I'm getting the short end of the stick. So I think that up front, if I'm gonna treat somebody, and normally it don't happen this way. Normally, the way I deal is the way I deal. So sometimes, most of the time, we'll go to a person outside, a stranger. I said stranger or anybody over here, and I make sure it's a contract. I make sure it's detailed. I make sure it's that. So that it's black and white. But our stuff don't be black and white. We trying to say, I had a buddy of mine, we were talking about something. I said, ain't no way I'm gonna talk about $80,000-$100,000 on the fly. That's a sit down conversation. That's a suit and tie, pen and paper, and somebody. I mean, I'm just saying.
A witness.
No, I'm just saying. Really, it's a sit down because
It is.
we all moving.
Yeah.
Just because you said it don't mean I heard it.
Yeah.
Just because you explained don't mean I understand it.
Yeah.
But this paper will explain. Okay, let me see. That's 1, 2, right?
Yeah.
That's 3, 4.
Yeah.
So what I said to him, a matter of fact, I had about 4 conversations about this last week, just 4 last week, and not only last week, but I had some more. And we were like, man, let's get together, all of us, because the good thing about me, I hear a lot of time both sides of the story. I get people, I got you come to me, I get both sides, you get both sides.
Right.
So you're sitting there like, okay. And sometimes it's just when I say misunderstanding, it ain't understood from the beginning.
Right.
Let's have understanding, Rob.
Right.
That's what happened. And when you make me understand, I'm mad, mad, I done messed up. So when I used to tell them about a rider, man, I was saying some things, but man, I ain't know what I was saying.
You've been thinking. You've been doing.
Man, I've been thinking.
You've been doing some praying.
Yeah, and I was praying.
That's the past.
Yeah,
you right on target.
But I want to tell you something too before I forget. And this is off. This ain't off track. It's on track. God was just speaking to me this morning about it, and I want you to. He told me to tell you get that medication. Have your wife research the side effects of everything you take it. He told me this, and we're gonna come back and verify. One of them is weight loss.
It's got to be something.
Yeah, weight loss.
Got to be something, man.
Yeah, because it's appetite, weight loss. So what happened is once you know that appetite, this should cause appetite, then I ain't crazy. You stop worrying, man. I'm worried, man. I'm losing weight. Well, man, the medicine you on. I had stuff, man. I was taking medicine, man. Didn't know what, man. Something wrong, right?
Yeah. And I can't lie and say I ain't took some medication in my life.
Yeah, like that.
you know, but I knew.
You know what the effect was.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take it and get my high.
I know what's happening with it.
And the effects of it.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say is that came to me when I was praying this morning. But what I was saying is that
That's good.
I sit and talk Rob, and I was like, this friend of mine trusted this person, and it probably cost him, I would say, $36,000. Right? Because that person didn't care anything about no relationship. I don't look at my partner like, man, he got you. No, he got us because why? I'm be honest with you, man. I don't have to. It's a difference when I have to take on responsibility. But I want to say, man, that's my fault. Why? Because maybe if I was more diligent in how we did business, right? So when I do a contract up with you as a friend, oh man, I thought we was partners. Yeah, and I want to stay partners.
Yeah.
Let's stop. Let's write that black and white. And I think, at minimal,
that's how I try to move. But I don't move like that with everybody. Like how I move with you.
Yeah,
I'm talking about you to keeping it 100. You done got the closest to me,
right,
than any of them. And I say that meaning the things that you got on deck,
right,
I truly respect. And you got it. You know, you're a real preacher.
Yeah,
you're a real preacher. You're a real teacher.
So here's what happened, Ron. What you're saying is correct, but it ain't correct. You don't. You deal with people like the streets. It's like, boom, right, and you get used to getting stuff done. And the hardest thing, God don't want stuff to go bad before we change. That ain't how he teach. Oh man, God let that happen. That's not true. That's not true. No. God speak the word. He give you a word. Now if you don't get a word, life, situation, all that.
And you got to listen to the word.
And sometimes it's the enemy that gets you straight. You know, they got me at this 1,000, but I won't do it no more because I had a 10,000, 100,000 coming down the line that I would have got lost in. What I'm saying is that not just that we say the big stuff. I ain't talking about the big deal. That I know that We do that. We don't even have to put in paper per se, but we didn't put in paper. But I'm talking about just the day-to-day movement. Hey man, you know, need you to take care of this. I'm just gonna call. All right. Well, text that to me.
Yeah.
Right. Cause then people don't have the clarification. They don't have understanding on what was said in the flyby. And I think a lot of times if we sit down and look, and I ain't saying look, ask the people around you.
Yeah.
Because the way your mind may be going, that person's mind don't ride like that.
Yeah.
So we used to moving. I'm telling you, man. So what happened is, if I'm used to moving and grooving, I'll start in the business. I'll move like that in my $5 million business that I did when I was in the street. There has to be a change. I got to believe they talk about Jay-Z. They talk about different ones that was in the street.
It's a change. It was a change.
They had to. They come in there with contracts.
Yeah.
And he be like, "Yo, man,
it's a whole different game."
Yeah. Now I'm gonna tell you, if
No doubt about it.
if there's a disadvantage, I'm not saying Jay-Z do this because I don't know him like that. But if it's a disadvantage to you not to have one, they won't give you now.
Right.
Hey, you didn't say anything right.
And don't feel nothing
Right,
bad.
and then or they say, "Hey, you put that, you sign this."
Yeah.
So that's why I would love to. I want to. When people talk about having these conferences and different stuff, man, that's when you sit around. So okay, now I'm transitioning. I noticed that Rob think that I'm this way. How do I clarify that? Because I don't feel more. Let's have a safe space, and we sit down because how me and you do business, it may not be the right way when you leave out the room. And what you're trying to do for me is you're trying to prepare me. We're trying to prepare each other, not just for this little thing we doing.
Yeah, not that.
It's for the big stuff when you got there, right?
Man.
And I go somewhere and not know how to move properly, instructionally, and some get lost in translation.
Well, Pastor, I got to say this though. We communicate extremely well. If we going out or in or and then we able to come back and put it right here and chop it up.
I think, Rob, honestly, we as men and people put a lot of stress on the relationship. It shouldn't be if it's clarity.
That's true.
Because if you don't have a strong relationship,
that's true.
Man, folk cut you off.
Yeah, fast.
And I'm not saying the folk wrong. I'm just saying that
to preserve and
two, we in the same building. And some things we gotta work out.
Ain't no question. Ain't no doubt about it.
And some things it ain't I ain't gonna. You probably I ain't talking to no more, but you gotta see me.
Yeah.
Ain't got to talk. But we gonna talk because I gotta see him. I gotta see him tomorrow. I gotta
talk.
Hey, and look at we gonna walk because like
and
I'm
the
not
Lord and the Lord ain't set us up like this for nothing either. I'm talking about it's I know for a fact I ain't here haphazardly.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not doing the things that I'm doing just, you know, no. This is it's been planned now. One thing I can say, all glory be to God, and there's a lot of things he done. There's no way that I can sit up and tell you that I did this, and I know for a fact, and you done seen God do things the same way. It's like, man, and we look at each other like, yep, that's who it is.
That's who it is.
That's who it is. Because we recognize when he does in this situation, Pastor, man. I know I'm growing and I'm learning and I'm becoming stronger in a lot of different areas. You understand what I'm saying? I'm here at the right time. We just went and bought some protein shakes. And,
listen, Moses. Listen, here's my point, right? Because I don't want that to be misconstrued, right? First of all, we have been hoodwinked we say stuff that I swear I be trying to figure out what we saying. God ain't mop down flow.
No.
He only. So what happened is I become a willing vessel. Secondly, we are, and God gets the glory. The glory ain't a car, building.
No.
The glory, it ain't what didn't happen in my life.
No.
The glory is me. He said, "You're my glory." You're my. He said, "Y'all are my glory."
Yes.
Right. God ain't trying to get no shine. He don't need no shine.
He don't need no shine.
Cause you can look at this building, whatever that person done.
What you?
But when you walk out there and go and breathe air, that trumps
kill
everything. If you
the
can't get
works.
no air,
The work. Yeah.
if you can't do that, all this don't mean
It
nothing.
don't mean nothing.
Right? If I can't see,
Come on, Pastor. And
no eyesight, you can't. So here's what I'm trying to say. We are so hoodwinked, man. Oh, you know, man, how God get the glory. Man, God use you. So what happened is, we never talk about God spoke and we did it. It was a word from God. God needs agents in the earth, right? God ain't cutting no lights on, right? God moves on the heart of man. Keep it, listen, and I had God, man, you got to stay humble. You know, like I got this on, whatever deal is. I tell you, man, when you think twice, man, they think you're a genius in the room. God don't care about what you wear. I mean, as long as I ain't doing it, right?
You doing it. You doing it in respect.
Folk do that, and then they tell me this something rough. I'm gonna make sure this is right. Man, them billionaires don't wear that. Who? They say the billionaires don't wear certain things. I said, you ain't saw the right billionaire.
You ain't saw the right billionaire.
Man, listen. And I'm gonna tell you this because I know this this fact.
If I get a billion,
hold on, what's his name? Bill Gates and all them. They never wore Gucci.
Yeah.
They never.
Yeah.
It ain't like they got a
they
billion
culture,
to stop wearing
even in their culture, growing up.
They wore jeans. Yeah, they wore tennis shoes. This how they kicked it. And I'm not gonna have you get mad at talking about me. Listen, this is what I like.
This is what I like.
Right? Because I'm gonna tell you something.
And I work hard
for it. If I fall
it.
over and die tomorrow, somebody going to buy what they want to buy.
You better believe it. If you don't fall over, they gonna buy.
They should. So that's what I'm trying to say. So we have these kind of conversations, right? We talked about, money. We talked about money, right? And we had to break it down, right? First, they start out with, man, do you need your money?
Yeah.
No, I can't. It's Robert, if I owe you $2, $20, $20,000, $200,000, you can't need what's yours. It's impossible. So what I'm saying is, it doesn't matter whether you need the money. Man, look, man, they come to get my car, my house payment due. It don't make a difference.
Don't make a difference.
Listen, we trying to figure out when to pay people. Listen, it don't make a difference.
Don't make a difference.
If you owe me my money,
give me
it does not equate to where my situation.
Yeah.
Because some people, Chase Bank, Sears and Roebuck, whoever, all them folk, man, I need their money.
Yeah.
But they want their payment.
They want their payment.
So it's not, we as a friend, I don't care if you have $1 billion. If I owe you, I'm going to give you that money first. Why? Because I'm going to need to get some of that billion.
Yeah.
But what we do, man, first thing is that if I make an obligation contract with you and you tell me you're going to pay me on Friday. Right. I have to be able to say, man, that's just like money in the bank.
Yeah.
I can say I'm going to pay this person Saturday.
And that's money in the bank. If I say I'm going to pay you Friday,
at 12 o'clock, at 12 o'clock Friday, I'm gonna, now unless some traumatic happens, man, I got,
and it's gonna
I got sick, man, I got sick. We understand all that, man. They ain't no excuse. I mean, some people that's not a reason. Because the reason is I spent your money. I ain't get whatever. But an excuse is, man, I got sick. I get that. Yeah. But what I'm saying is people want to give you a reason. That's no excuse. Whether $100,000 or $1, Here you go. Because you're not faithful over $1.
Yeah.
$20.
Hey, no.
$200. You think I'm gonna give you 20?
It ain't gonna
20,000? So that's the point about we have an understanding on I don't go outside the circle, develop a relationship, and then think that I'm gonna give them their money by what they need. I think they can't need their money.
No.
I'm gonna give them, I'm obligated.
Yeah.
Or if I can't, answer the phone.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I call in before they call you. Look, I'm down here in Freighter, and I'm in Freighters, and I got sick, man. I know I owe you, but here's what's going on.
Yeah.
All right, the majority of people would be, all right, now you talking about the guy that owed the money and beat the guy and put him in jail.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't want to be in a relationship with that person there with money because you see how he is.
Right.
So with money, we sit down and say, here's what I'm going to do. Because a lot of time, I'm okay. Why? Because that's how we do each other. Yeah. And then somebody step in and say, y'all know that ain't normal. Okay, you know this ain't normal.
Right.
And I'm okay with
but
it. I'm okay with it.
It's a lot of, man, I ain't that's the protecting the relationships once again, Pastor.
And we don't.
Man.
I feel, Rob, I pay this joker over here, whoever, owe you, my guy, money, and feel like I don't even see it. That's the part about we have to understand. Once I start standing on my word, I can stand everywhere. So when I go, you're trying to get me prepared, Rob, that when I leave this room, I don't get around nobody but.
You don't.
And what's in this relationship, this small, is that small out there, but somebody gonna take advantage of it and make it that big of a hole. That's what I'm trying to say. So when we talk about, when we sit around our table, we're gonna do this. All right, okay, what we talk about money?
That's true. Now wait a minute. Let's this that big of a hole. See, but everybody don't have that access. Everybody, it's how I kick it with you.
It's a whole nother hole.
Man, it's completely different. And you got to remember, I've been in real estate. I'm talking about where for 15 years. I'm a mortgage broker and an agent. I'm doing all kind of contracts and some of everything. You know. However, I value friendship.
How much you value, Rob?
Man, I'm talking about. You should be able to tell.
What do you?
You should be able to tell. If can't nobody else tell, you should be able to tell.
I'm gonna say this, and then you ride with me on this. Just get in the car with me, okay? Don't touch the low lock. Just get in the car, right? I don't think so. I think there's something because you got to help me, right? And how many relationships you value that the hole that small, and they tore a hole that big? A lot of them, because that's how we think. Because we'll work through some stuff. Well, here's what I'm saying. This what conflicted me. What flipped me, it said that I'll make sure the details before they start, and I have understanding with that person. Hopefully. Now, I used to. People start doing something before we set a price. Then they come back and be like, man, you crazy. Oh, man. And then, so I had to stop that. I said, no, don't even start. So then those are things that I did certain things here. But I'm not saying personally, Rob. See, that's why I want to say space. Because if I'm talking about me, you, and this, I'm talking about how we move as a person. When right now, and I'm going to say this, I don't have a lease.
No.
You don't have a lease.
No.
Right?
That's
now,
true.
I know
And
you ain't going to evict me.
Yeah.
I know, hold on. I know you ain't going to evict me.
Yeah. No doubt.
I know I ain't going to evict you.
That's true.
In the other situation. So, what I'm saying is that, well, we ain't got that right. There ain't no friendship. You know what it is? Lazy. You know what I'm saying?
Part of it is lazy. And Pastor, you
What part of it is lazy? What part of it is lazy?
Well, because it's easy to write it up. That's easy. That's as a matter. That's it's not. I think too, Pastor. You know,
I'm using this as example.
No, right,
I'm asking the question.
right. And then for me too, Pastor, I gotta say, man, I ain't never got this close to a person, and part of me getting close is, you know, let me see how you gonna do, you know, with this kind of access and knowing that one thing, Pastor, I bet you any money you can get up any time in the day, night, no matter what. Something come up, man, and no matter what size it is, if it's big or little, and you and I fit, you say, Rob,
hey,
you can take
this,
it up there,
this podcast,
and it's a done.
Listen, this podcast is doing what it's supposed to do. Y'all see what I'm talking about, and I'm not being. I value all that, right? But the way that I value my car, I put gas in it. I do the oil change.
Oh yeah.
I maintain the tires, right?
Yeah.
When I'm driving one of your cars, if I put gas, I'm put gas in it.
Yeah.
If you have a flat tire, I'm gonna fix the tire, flat tire, all the thing. And sometimes people say, man, I'm gonna take care of this better than I take care of this. Sometimes we take care. They'll say, the relationship that I have with this person is better than the relationship that I have here. I have to be. It's things that Rob, we don't even know. We don't even know. Some things that I do, I don't even know it. Right? I don't. Like you said, I can call you anytime.
Listen,
and if I want to protect something that we don't have a disagreement on, listen, if I want to make sure that we don't have no, and I ain't saying, Rob, we do. Listen, man, I'm putting this out on the table. So when we start talking about certain things,
but everybody, Pastor, you got it on something, and then you know me now. You've been around.
No, access. My access to you is determined by my maturity. Okay, that's access. But for me to protect the access, here's what I do. Because sometimes,
some folks will bring anybody over your house. I'm talking about invade your
space.
You know all of that.
All that. And those are things. I'm honest, man. Some people don't even know no better.
Yeah, that's for real.
Hey, man, you don't do that. No matter where I live at.
Even when you're talking, you know, be right up in your face, you know, the closest they can get, like, hold on, man. You know, can I breathe? You know,
and sometimes people think that's intimacy. I don't want to be intimate with you.
I want to be intimate.
Not like that. You know what I mean? And see, you're laughing, but somebody didn't tell. Somebody didn't say something. Hey, man, I was in the bathroom. I went to the bathroom with my guy. And it's got like 5, 6 urinals, right? I go to the urinal. He go to the urinal next to me. Ain't nobody at the rest of it. I said, yo, man, what you doing? We don't. He what? I said,
you know, that's etiquette too, Pat.
That ain't etiquette. That's common sense. We call it common sense. But didn't nobody ever? He said, man, nobody never even told me that. I said, yeah, man, you don't do that. I said, now if it's all filled up and it's only 2, that's cool. But it's something. Listen, man.
That should have been automatic. Though.
No. Listen, man. I'm telling you, it's sometimes you don't even know. I didn't know how to lock my zipper down, man. I didn't know jeans.
You put it up.
Lock it down. I didn't know that until I went in the military. Pants zipper keep coming down. I promise you, man. That's why, even if a person know it, we're gonna talk about it. Cause somebody in the room will be like, man, I ain't never thought about that. I thought we was cool, and you understood. No, because if I understand this, and it's not right, or not how we should move, it's things that, Rob, I do, man, that ain't right. But we cool. Just because we cool, it don't make it right. Because after a while,
I understand.
I had a friend of mine, man. I had a friend of mine, right?
That's true.
And I was even like when I had a friend of mine. You know, when people get close to you, you treat them like the show bowl. You know, your show dishes. We have dishes that my mama had when guests come over. How you going to let the guests eat something I never get to eat?
Yeah.
I'm not talking about access and vulnerability, right?
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lay something down really to see if you steal it.
Right. No.
I just lay stuff down.
Yeah. Period.
I'm not
Period.
testing you.
Period.
Right?
Period.
But
Period.
what I'm saying is that I gotta have a screening process.
That's you
And we gotta
have.
follow the process.
Got to.
Now, I think what happens is, like, I go to the bank and I say, hey, Mr. I need this here. He's sorry, Mr. Pine, because some things that we done built up to.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting to. But at least I have a process. I know what to do. And they do this until they prove. But what happened is, we'll go out and did no dealings with people. Because, man, only way I get to be a serial killer, I got to be real nice. I can't have no boogeyman mask on. And like
Too
I said,
big.
yeah, a lot of times, too, it's hard for a black man to be a serial killer because, they ain't going to let us in there. What you want? What you doing? They shoot through the door. So what I'm saying is that most of the time, when you get scammed or tricked, I ain't say all the time. A lot of time people rich and not have money get scammed too. But a lot of time a person needs some money. The second thing is that the person is convincing.
That's the it's the
And they
convincing
rushing.
game. It's the
They
convincing
rushing. Sign today. I need the money today. When we stop and say, hey, look here, man.
This is how you get me the money today.
Listen, Rob, I love our relationship. And I'm telling you, the relationship, because I be thinking I'm perfect. When you don't say nothing, sometimes I keep doing that, and then you get tired of it. That's why we have to be when iron sharpens iron. I think, and it's like, man, you let's not do this here. Hey, look. So when we sit down, and that's an announcement, because I know my nephew Gary, he got his business. I said, man, look, don't start until you got all the equipment. You got all the stuff. Right. I told him, I said, when you do a change order, you do this. Right. It's certain things that you just keep it clean and straight, because some people, believe it or not, ain't you.
No, ain't no question.
And some guys
ain't no question.
And I was telling my we talk about this, and it's other ethnic group don't want to work for us. And I ain't talking about the Caucasian. I'm talking about Spanish. They don't really. Some of them don't really want to work for us. They don't. We don't do this right. So I have to make sure when they finish, I pay them. Right. I don't make them wait till Monday. Right. They finish on a Friday evening at 7 o'clock.
They get paid.
They don't get paid. So certain things that me and you talk about. And this time, okay, man, you going this genre, you going here. Now, when I'm dealing with Peter Swaby, they may bill me 45, 60, whatever later. Right. I know. I got to know how to move. Hey, Rob, this they do. This person gonna do. This what I'm paying for with Peter Swaby. Right. This what I'm paying for in when I do this job here. This job here, I can't sit on the site with the guy. That's what I'm paying this guy. Those are things that when we sit down in our room, when you ask me, man, what kind of I wish somebody had to sit down and just put it all in the bowl, because when I'm talking about a personal relationship, that's what we're talking about. But when I say a business relationship, it blends so, not only it blends so, the same techniques and habits are utilized. And we'll say to you, it ain't personal. I am a person. Yeah. So when I'm dealing in the business genre, right, I got to say, hold up a minute. Let me make sure this is right. Let me check all my approaches. Right. Because I don't want to cause you hardship. Right. I do hardship. Right. I don't want you to lose. Right. And like you say, hey man, I'm tired of losing. Right. I'm tired of taking the short end of the stick. Right. And I'd be like, man, what I didn't know we had a stick in here.
What a stick at?
Protecting no relationship, especially those ones. Listen to me. When I get to the room, Rob, I may not get the chance I'm getting with you. True. They may not be understanding as you.
True.
They may not be considerate as you. Yeah. So if before I leave home, we sharpen each other. Yeah. Where you going, man? I'm finna go down here. You got the stuff together, right? Because you did it right. You feeling? I got to go down here, man. Right. They don't play down there. Right. they don't care anything about you being in
I think we
business.
usually do that, Paz. It
What's
ain't too much of that right there. What you just said, we don't do. Cause I know about plenty of situations I had to go in, and after kicking it with you though, I'm ready. I'm rock steady and going, and I knock them dead too. I'm talking about hit the right home. But I do understand what you're saying, Paz.
Have you ever been in a situation, Rob? I'm gonna say this here, without being detailed, to where the money comes in, but it never make it to you. None of it.
Oh no, I ain't been in that.
Have you ever been in a situation
I ain't been
to where the money was coming in?
Yeah, but I ain't
I'm
been.
gonna say it again. Okay. Have you ever been in a situation
Where
right.
the money coming in?
but they getting the money coming in?
Yeah, I know. Okay, well,
And
yeah,
we supposed to do some stuff,
yeah,
and it never make it to you.
yeah, yeah.
So then now you got to do some stuff. Boom, boom, boom.
Right.
Have it.
Pastor,
Okay.
I gotta tell you, man. But you know,
And I tell you what happens, Rob.
I ain't
is that
gotta tell you
how
too
many
much.
people. How many people have done stuff to me
Oh yeah,
that you see
yeah,
that you said, man, you need to tighten that up.
yeah.
But see, I can come, I can spin it.
Yeah.
Oh man, I know.
Yeah.
Like, yo, man, how long
And
you
then
Rob?
they ain't got that close. You know, it's only close enough. But that's
Close
coming
enough.
From, yeah, that's
But we close. Even though I'm more open than you are, right? I'm more I'm more accessible in certain incident, right? In a piece that I see, even the folks that we're in our circle, there has to be clarity,
True.
right? There has to be understanding. And I think the reason we can ride together is that I try to think how I make you feel. You think about how people ain't doing that when you step out this. It ain't because you
No, they not.
You can't
They
be in
not.
a vacuum.
Yeah, they
oh
not.
man, I just deal. No man, when I go out here, I want to make sure that that's some understanding.
Yeah. It gotta be.
Yeah, and I'm gonna teach.
It gotta be.
Cause now, okay, this what I'm going to. Here's my next step. This is why it's critical. You've been all right doing that. You've been pretty cool. But everybody ain't raw.
No. That's true.
Everybody ain't raw.
That's true.
You can
That's
make them.
true.
You can lose that and keep going, man. I'm gonna make that up.
Yeah.
That next guy, he can't make that mistake.
Yeah.
The people we're training, developing, working
can't.
with,
Right.
they'll
Right.
try to move like you move and drop some, and they out of business.
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
Personally,
some of my
personally,
partners,
and
some of my partners, man, that got hit.
yeah.
If it was an average person, they'd have been back at Sears and Roebuck. They've been back on the job.
Right.
But because of their gift in doing this, I want a system, man. I want to follow a simple system that's gonna get bigger, better, and bolder. Me being able to judge and do all this and come back and take that loss, my son can't do that. He can't. They can't take that shot. It's a different world now, man. They can't.
Yeah.
The world ain't, and the people hitting harder now.
Man.
Before they used to slap you and jump on you. They wouldn't hit you hard. They wouldn't hurt you that bad. They may get you in a fight.
And the more,
but now
and the
they
more
shoot
you
you.
deal with, the more
Man,
you got to man.
Because I make a mistake, man. I go out there, I be doing something. I make a mistake. I make a mistake with somebody. They may want to shoot me or something.
Yeah.
And I be like, and then I got shot. I come back around, you like, man, I'm going. Don't tell me now I was doing this wrong.
Right.
I shouldn't have said that.
Right.
I have to know how to move.
Yeah.
You know, and that's a piece, man. And I think people watch how we move.
They do. Pat.
So then they think they can move like that, and they can't move.
I can't move.
I can't move like you, Rob. I can't move like you move.
Well,
You can't move like I'm in some areas.
Yeah.
I have to know that, and that's why we have to tell people this is how this relationship protected. This is gonna be how the business piece gonna be protected, right? Because I've had situations, man, and I've been through this,
Right.
right? When I say I've experienced times, you think I had at one time 23 McDonald's. The average McDonald's had 60 employees, right?
Right.
You follow me?
That's a lot.
over 1,000 something
Yeah.
employees, right?
Yeah.
They're not talking about the turnover rate.
Right.
The turnover rate is 75%. I'm saying, so this how big it's turning
yeah.
over. So everybody in Milwaukee know you that are right. But man, having a system in place, I can't teach Robert. You can't teach Rob. But what we can teach, here's a system, man. Here's what we do. You got to follow the system because the system, McDonald's system is set up for the average person, not superstar.
Right.
Some folk can feel it.
Right.
Right. Some folk can't feel it. So even as we're moving, it say, hey, man, how do I put this system in place so I'm not having this conversation, Robert, or we're not having this conversation, or man, why y'all having that conversation? That shouldn't even be no conversation.
I do
Yeah.
understand. I do understand.
Yeah.
We only got, man, we only got a little bit to get past.
No, hold on. That ain't what we do. So, because if you think it like that, Rob, then it's that's why I had to say in the beginning that when it's safe ground, you ain't got to look at us.
Yeah, I think about
what you do to me, I do to you. We all right.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking about.
Yeah, we ain't gonna hurt each other. We ain't gonna.
I'm
kill
thinking
each other.
outside the box.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about outside the box.
Dealing with them folks.
Yeah. Cause I ain't as probably I'm not there where you at right there in certain areas.
What dealing with folks?
No, I ain't. I got a big heart, man. I and sometimes I love people. And I gotta admit, I love people. I had to work at being by myself. I didn't answer my phone. My phone messed up, and I didn't know it for about 3 hours. I finally rebooted, gave his call, I answered the phone. This no lie, 3 hours. My family, no lie, and this ain't, I'm not exaggerating, they had contacted everybody. The church.
Everybody.
They went to the VA. They at the hospital. Because I always answer my phone, I'm contactable. I'm everybody, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I have to understand that I want to address stuff not maybe me and you have, but where are we going? I believe this. It's not where we at.
It's where we going, Pat.
And
that's
I don't want because I tell you what, it's folks that you deal with, and I'm gonna say this, that your wife just can't. She looked at him crazy.
She can't stand.
But you, like us, we like.
She can't stand.
So we got to make sure. That because you know, man. Yeah. And what I'm saying is that them people need. Everybody around us need to have a conversation. It's like, hey, man, this is how we're gonna do.
Yeah.
And the reason we're gonna do it this way, slow down, put things in place because I don't want to get comfortable in how we moving and let your guard down in the wrong place. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Ain't no problem till it what? It's a problem.
It's a problem.
Right?
Ain't no problem.
Ain't no problem till it's a problem.
It's a problem.
Yeah, and like I said, I value like family. You know, when I know we get used to family and all that, right?
Yeah.
We'll treat somebody that's better over here than we do our own family, man.
Boy.
But then when you explain to me, listen, I ain't got to deal with him.
Yeah, I ain't got.
that's only 3 hours a week, you know. So those are things, guys, that we have that conversation, man. Yeah. I think that's going somewhere. I think when I talk about relationship again, man, to sit down and just say how we gonna handle each other.
Yeah.
How I want folks to. Rob, it's a certain way you want to be handled.
Man, it's
a certain way when your wife wants you to be handled because she look at you and look at me and say, hey, and I don't want to ever be your friend that can't come over.
Yeah.
Or when she look at me, she despise. I'm always thinking like that. Like, hey, you know, I want you to know what's going on. Your husband crazy.
See, folks don't
you
think
ride
like
with
that.
him. You gonna ride with him no matter what. I know Betty gonna ride with me.
Yeah.
Your wife gonna ride with you. That's how it is, right? But at least know when y'all put the line.
Yeah.
She can say, baby, you know you was wrong.
Yeah.
You handle that pastor bad.
Yeah.
She can tell you that. She can tell you that.
Man, Pastor, I'm gonna tell you this
how you
here.
handle me, babe.
Both of them girls. Both of them.
Your kids and daughters.
I'm talking about, man, come on now.
Your daughter, Pastor.
If it was
your little baby to my treat Pastor bad. Why you do Pastor?
As she showed me, said Pastor Powell.
Pastor Powell.
She got to tell me I got my baby in church waving her hand. Hey, like she really knew. got a head there. I said, man, I told you about the dollar thing.
The dollar. Hey, smart.
I'm talking about I gave her a
That's
dollar.
a
She
whip.
said, I don't want no dollar. I said, what you, you
Yeah.
even know what a dollar is?
Yeah.
You know, but Pastor, I gotta I enjoy that more because of our relationship, though, man. I'm talking about I
We-
get so
we
much
can-
more.
The reason our relationship, I got a relationship with buddies of mine, right? That we can move past because when you're talking about certain things, people think it's confrontational.
No,
But I should be able to talk about, hey man, look, you know, Rob, you hear me?
yeah,
All right, man, I ain't think about that. Hey, Pastor, you didn't understand this, man.
yeah,
Oh, well, hey, you got to make me, show me.
Yeah.
Let's sit down and
yeah,
talk.
yeah,
This is sit down conversation.
yeah, yeah.
And as friends
Yeah.
and as partners, we got to sit down. Ain't no meetings on stuff like this, right? I can't take your car, Rob, run all the gas out, bring it back nasty, and park it. Inspect to get it again.
Yeah, I mean, but Pastor, that's because of who you are.
Right. Right.
That's because of who you are.
Uh-huh.
I don't care who car you. If you got anybody's car, you gonna take care of it. I'm talking about it, and the best thing they ain't gotta tell you.
Uh-huh.
You know,
They ain't gotta
this
tell
what you do. This what to do.
So
You know?
what if we had everybody there, and Kaylee don't know that.
Oh,
Kaylee don't know that.
Right.
Her dad, her mama, especially them. Well, and my dad, no.
Mm-hmm.
Clean his car.
Yeah,
Kaylee.
yeah,
No, because how you treat him.
Yeah.
If I get to be a father figure, you start treating me the same way.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to say, man. When you have conversation, some people be like, man, I ain't know that. I'm changing.
Yeah.
Those are the people I want around the circle. I ain't talking about somebody, man, this is how we do it. Wrapping it up, that Rob.
Well,
we got to do part two on
but
this.
like, yeah, and then, I do think
You
so.
got to cut this?
Yeah, she'll be all right. I like,
Dang hot.
yeah, I like for instance, when Kayla first came around, when she first came, you know, she was talking and said, yeah, I just want to be involved or be close to folks that's doing things and so on and so forth. And we talking about involved. She here now.
Uh-huh.
She ain't left.
And you can't, and the thing about it is, right?
She ain't left. That relationship is and what I like is I love her versatility. You know, where she able to communicate over here, over there, what have you, know, and then to be able to put up with you too, man. That's tough, boy. I'm telling you, you gotta go in there, and then especially if he hungry.
Well, we ain't gonna beat me up at the end. You trying to get a punch in? I'm finna get my leg back there. One thing about Kayla's singing, she's laid back.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And one thing about that, I know. Some people leave you won't say nothing, but you got to be able to say, "Hey, look," because that's where I'm like, "Hey, look, Kaylee, hey, look, Tuesday our day. Where you at?"
Right.
You know what you say? You right. I told Sylvia, I ain't lying to y'all the other day. I said, you can't even beat up somebody to say you right. The beating stop. Most of you go, oh man, you know, no man, we got it this time. You know, I'm trying to do something here.
Right.
Yeah. So those are the things that this is what I'm trying to say. I want to remain correctable.
Yeah.
Forever learning,
Yeah.
Rob. I know
Yeah.
that we got a good relationship,
Yeah.
but I want it to be better.
Yeah. I
bigger
do
and
too,
bolder.
Pastor. But
So
I do
these
too.
are the things that
You got-
say
you-
how you got
yeah,
there, and I don't
yeah.
say, well, I just no. Look,
No.
man, look what this. Rob gave me a list. I don't do this. I don't say that. I don't stop by his house without calling. I don't do this. I don't crack jokes about. I don't do this, man.
Right.
And that's it. I gotta, and he bring me around and make him laugh. I make him,
Right. You
and
make me
human.
feel good.
I tell him the
Pat.
truth, but he be laughing.
I'm talking about, but I get the word. I'm
Yeah.
talking about, man, Pastor. I gotta say, the relationship that we have, we able to go anywhere, talk about anything, and then we always got a purpose where we gonna use a little bit, whatever
Right.
it is,
We gonna
Pastor.
use it.
We gonna use it.
You just salve up.
Yeah, man. Some folks, you know, that's the thing, man. That's how I can tell too if we really jamming. If we really jamming, man, that means you gonna use some of the tools that's been
I
put down,
respect
man.
The anointing on your life, all the flow. When they don't respect it, I'm gonna continue to.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
you respect it. When people
Yeah.
stop respecting me,
yeah. Yeah.
I want to make sure that those things are there because I want to be effective.
Yeah.
So when we leave,
Mm-hmm.
you can say, "Hey man, this is where my life."
This is what
changed.
my life. Hey, Pass, I gotta tell you once again, it's been a long road. Now I done did a few things, but to be able to participate and be involved as much as I do, I know it ain't as probably more can be done, but to be able to do it, man, and to know everybody in my family benefiting from it.
I want to.
You know what I mean?
And I'm asking me another question, man. I want to be the friend I never was. I want to be the brother I never was. I want to be the owner, pastor, and the only way that we do that, man, is we soul search and have the conversation.
Yeah.
Before the fire, before the things.
Yeah.
Hey, man,
man.
Yeah.
We can put out a lot of fire.
I'm a
Together-
firefighter.
I'm
But I got
talking
tired.
about-
I got tired of that, man.
I'm talking about together, though, Pastor,
Yeah.
being able
Yeah.
to find somebody that you can jam with, man.
Yeah.
That's a hard thing to do, baby.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about, and to know that y'all going in a very
direction.
similar, yeah, man. I'm talking about, hey, but that's 100 gems, y'all.
100.
I'm talking about part 2 coming on the way.
Rob came back and he couldn't stop talking. Y'all know I don't talk that much. I'm shy. Don't
You
talk
can't
that
help
much.
it. That's the pastor,
That's
y'all.
Peace out.
Peace out, baby.
Mm-hmm.